Alright, hello, this is Scott Tigg, PVC train horns. A lot of my customers is giving me questions about the hookups and stuff like that of my horns. And there's several different ways on my horns you can hook it up. I make them about 3 different ways. So I'm going to show you how the hookups are and give you better to familiarize, what your hookup's going to be, if it's going to be for a truck, like an auto hookup, or just a standard, just everyday, for fun, just blow the horn. So I'm going to show you the first one is for a truck or car hookup. Here is a K5 LA. It's on a metal bracket. And this is standard for all your automobile hookups. It's got everything that's to hook it up with, to take the weather, the heat, the cold, and all that. It's on a metal bracket, like I said. You can see it right there. And this is the way you're going to hook it up. With this version here, your air supply, air manifold, is like this. It's got a 1/2 inch screw in, and it takes a 1/2 inch pipe. Now this 1/2 inch pipe will go into this coupling right here, and you need a 1/2 inch line or bigger, or all your horns are not going to sound right. And all these horns takes anywhere from 120 to 130 max PSI. Don't go over 130. And that's going to give you about 127 decimals, give or take. Very loud. And I've got real train horns, and I've blew them with the real train horns, and frankly, you can't tell the difference. Tune them all on a computer. All the hertz and the notes are perfect. I strongly, take pride in doing these horns, so they all sound just like the real thing. Like I said, this is for standard vehicle hookup. Got your air manifold, which 3/8 barb nipples are sticking out here. You got five horns. What you'll do is you'll take a 3/8 pipe tubing and run this 3/8 pipe in each one of these horns. Now, if you can see here, all these horns has got barb nipples sticking out of them. You stick your 3/8 inch tubing into here, ring clamps or whatever you want to put on them to secure them with. And then these right here's got holes in here that you can mount them anywhere underneath your vehicle, like that, like that. It doesn't matter. That's for the standard vehicle hookup. Now the other one right here that I do, it's on a metal bracket, but it's got the wooden base on it. This is for people that are thinking about hooking up on a automobile, whatever, but you can also leave it on the wooden bracket and blow it for fun. But you can take this horn off the wooden bracket with them 2 screws in the middle right there and mount it just like the previous one I showed you. This is a K5 LA also. And you can see here that this one has the air manifold in the back with the 3/8 tubing to each horn. And it's also got a 3/8 inch connector, air connector on it. This will be the male connector. And I do that. I put 3/8. You need 3/8 or bigger connections on it if you're going to hook it up to an air supply like that, like a auxiliary tank or something like that. 3/8 or bigger. A 1/4 inch valve's not going to work all your horns. It may work a 3-bell horn, but it won't work a 5. So you need 3/8 connects on your air supply. And that's another one right there that I do. Now, this is the RS5T, and this one is on an all wooden bracket. It has no metal whatsoever. This is for people that just wants to blow them for fun and stuff like that. It's got the same hookup in the back as your 3/8 connections, and it's got the 3/8 tubing run to each horn. But this is all made out of wood, stuff like that, just for people that wants to blow them for fun. This one blows about 128 decimals. I blew these horns, the RS5Ts, with the North Carolina Transportation Museum. They got a GP9 down there, and he stopped the locomotive, and we blew back and forth with each other. And faculty, the people that was watching couldn't tell the difference. I mean, same decimals, same loudness, and same sound. So very pleased with that. And that all has to do with how you tune them. You got to tune them just right and get your hertz right. Heard a lot of train horns on YouTube that some of them just didn't sound right because they may have a good horn, but if your tuning's off and your hertz is off, it's really going to show. So I take good pride in tuning these horns, as close, accurate as possible. I mean, you can't get no accurate than the same tune. And I got real train horns that I took each bell off and did the hertz and the note test, and they're right on money with the real ones. So very pleased with that. I'm going to show you another one here. This one is a K5HA. It's a K5LA, but just on a high manifold. You see here, it's got the 2 small bells underneath, 3 on top. And this has got the same hookup with the air manifold behind it. And you can take these off, the air manifolds off. They got clamps on them and stuff like that. You can take them off or whatever, but this is all wooden bracket also. I'm coming up with a right now in the works with a metal bracket that you can put the horns over top each other. Haven't got it welded yet, but I've got some plans to do that. As far as the horns all stacked side by side, I got the metal bracket for that, but in the works now for getting a metal bracket to put them on top of each other. So remember, if you get one of these horns from me, remember 120 to 130 max PSI, no more. They got 093 polycarbonate diaphragms in the back. I've had a customer that put 200 PSI in Canada and blew some of the diaphragms out. Now, just like a real train horn, you put 200 PSI to a train horn, eventually you're gonna crack the diaphragms, just like a real one. So, strongly suggest 120 to 130 PSI. Any questions you got to ask me if you're a customer and you're wanting a question, just feel free to email me at sctig, that's sctig, TEAGUE at charter.net, or you can message me on eBay. I got some horns there all the time. Try to list them. But if you got any questions, or a customer or new customer, just give me a shout. Be free to answer any questions. But remember also, your air supply has to be 1/2 inch or bigger. If it goes under that, then the horns won't sound right. Just like a real train horn, you got to have a large volume of air supplying your horns. 3 bell, you may get by with a small diameter of tubing, but a 1/2 inch bigger for the 5 bell. And like I said, if you got any questions, feel free to contact me and all of my customers out there that has bought the train horns from me, the PVC train horns all over the world. I appreciate it, and thank you very much. See you next time.